three obvious traps set in NFL Week 12. First game up here, guys, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Chicago Bears here. Pittsburgh's catching 2.5 points on the road at the Bears in this game. And the Bears are the worst 7-3 team in NFL history. Look, I'm not going to sit here and bash them that much for this Mickey Mouse run, but they put a lot of money in my pockets, but this run is over with, guys. And this is a total trap line here. They want you to see the Bears are 7-3, and they want you to jump in here and take them. But in reality, the Bears have now won 3 straight games by 5 points or less. In the last 20 years, teams who won 3 straight games by 5 points or less are 12-23-1 against the spread in their next game. This is a terrible spot for this Bears team. All I keep doing is coming back and beating up on bad teams. In fact, Lions dog walked them, which are really the only competitive team they played all season. All they've done is beat up on terrible competition. They have the hardest schedule remaining in the entire NFL. That's right. It's going to be a rough ending to the season for the Bears, guys. They might still be able to slip into the back in the playoffs. But I'm in this spot here. I don't care if Mason Rudolph's playing quarterback or not. In fact, Mike Tomlin's cleaned up in his career when he has to play with backup quarterbacks. He's 8-8 straight up and 11-4-1 against the spread. Give me Pittsburgh outright. Here the Atlanta Falcons catching 1.5 points here against the New Orleans Saints. That's right. Atlanta's a 1.5 point dog to the New Orleans Saints here in this game. And I'm here to tell you, the Saints shouldn't be favored over anybody, and this is the biggest trap line out of ever. Yes, I know Drake London's not playing. Yes, I know Kirk Cousins is starting at quarterback here. But what's really changed? The Saints have a bottom-tier defense in the league, and Atlanta actually has a decent defense. Now, they had to go to overtime last week and lost against Carolina, which is tough for them playing back-to-back overtime games. I actually love the total in this game, but Atlanta should not be catching this many points. They're 3-0 against the spread this season as an underdog. They've played well in this underdog spot when nobody's giving them a chance. When they're a favorite, when they haven't been getting the job done. Guys, this New Orleans team is terrible. Y'all really think Tyler Shuck deserves to be an NFL favorite over anybody? There's no fucking chance. Atlanta still has Bijan Robinson, and New Orleans has the 21st run defense in the league. Atlanta's going to line up, run the ball down their throats here, and I got bad news for y'all. The Saints have lost straight up and not covered their last 4 games following a bye week, which is exactly what we have here. They want you to take New Orleans. New Orleans gets boat race. Give me Atlanta in this game, but like I said, my play is going to be on the total, which will be a VIP play. This game up here, the biggest game of the week, we have the Kansas City Chiefs laying 3 points at the crib here versus the Indianapolis Colts. That's right, the 5-5 Kansas City Chiefs are favored over the 8-2 Indianapolis Colts coming off a bye week. First of all, teams with win percentage of 80% or higher, like the Indianapolis Colts, don't exactly play that well when they're returning off bye weeks, but history is on Kansas City's side here. It's 1990, guys. It's happened 14 times where a team with an 80% win percentage or greater is an underdog to a team of a record of 5-5 or worse. That'd be this game here. And in those 14 times, the Kansas City Chiefs, the teams like them, 14-0 straight up, 12-0-2 against the spread. Indianapolis on grass has played arguably their worst games this season against Pittsburgh, and they could have lost that game to Atlanta, a game they had to come back and win in overtime. I personally think the line tells you everything in this game here. Daniel Jones, while he's been doing it, they haven't been beating anybody. Kansas City's been playing a tough schedule. Kansas City season's on the line. When your season's on the line, I'll put my money on Patrick Mahomes all day. Give me Kansas City -3, guys. Let's keep cooking in NFL.